All right, YouTube, last video of today because I probably won't make any tomorrow. You got plenty videos to watch. I got more videos than just about anybody. I be putting them out there. But I want to talk about relationships and marriage, of course. And I want to talk mainly to you guys. And I want to show you something. Like, when you get in a relationship with a woman, I'm getting ready to show you something. These things should happen or you should end the relationship. The relationship is an asset to you and your life and the quality of your life. So you don't need to be arguing with nobody that you're not going to fight. And you already know that it's not good for you to fight women. They're weaker. But you'll also end up in jail in a situation with the police and other reasons why you shouldn't do it. So if you're with somebody and they're not adding pleasure, adding helpfulness, adding satisfaction to you consistently on a daily basis, like, this ain't something that should be skipping days. This is something that should be somewhat happening every day. And if it's not happening every day, then perhaps, especially if you're not in a marriage yet, you should end it. Here's why. You get in a relationship with somebody, you marry them, and they're not improving the quality of your life. They're not adding positivity. They're not adding positive things to your life. And then you divorce them, and now you got to pay a person that ruined your life, possibly in some cases. Because think about it, you marry for love and then they have sex with somebody else. They start dealing with other dudes. I mean, you don't get married to deal with that. So these are things that you should be looking at and trying to see in the beginning. They say, well, you're going to mess your relationship. No, you're not. No, you're not, because you're supposed to be cautious in your dealings with all people, especially somebody that you might have to live with and provide for and protect. And come on, man. So when people say, what do you bring to the table? That's a legitimate question for a man to ask. So anybody on YouTube, A to Z, that has a problem with that question, you have a problem. Something wrong with you. Guys are supposed to ask these questions. Like, she gonna take your last name in most cases. You're not gonna take hers. So why wouldn't you vet them? Why wouldn't you ask them questions like, what do you bring to the table? I mean, come on now. Y'all tripping. Y'all, all these dudes on here trying to cater to these women, man. Get out of here, man.
US 45 South Rim.
You ain't got no game. You ain't got no savvy. If you on YouTube, I don't care how many haircuts you get. I don't care how buff you are. I don't care how much money you got. If you catering to these women, you a buster. Just point blank. Period. Point blank.
2 lanes to turn left onto
and
the
I know
I-41
I
South
just was
ramp.
preaching earlier, but I'm the truth man. So I talk about everything. Like, and it's just a fact. And the Bible even is calling you a buster. You're a buster. You catering to these women like guys ain't gonna lose nothing. And some of y'all dudes, I gotta agree with Coach Greg. Like, it was this white guy, and it don't matter that he was white. That don't matter. We got guys in this manosphere that's white, but he was young, and it's like Coach Greg was roasting the fact that he didn't even have hair on his face. And he got a right to give his opinion, but we got a right to reject his opinion and to criticize his opinion, just like they got a right to do it to mine. That's just YouTube, and that's the beauty in it. So this guy got to coming on here trying to tell everybody where to meet women. Church, I mean, come on now, man. Dude, listen, let me tell you something. I'm an ordained minister in Christianity. I've been a member at 3 churches. Let me tell you, believe me when I tell you this. Some of them women in the church do not respect their man. They be all in the pastor face, all in other men's face. They be giving a man to look like they running stuff.
I-41, US 45
None of that
South.
they supposed to be doing. Women ain't supposed to be running nothing in a marriage. They're just not. And I'm going to tell you from a biblical perspective, if you don't believe the Bible, you don't believe the Bible. But marriage is from the Bible. That's where we learned about marriage. But it's like this. A woman is supposed to be under the leadership of her man. And we hear guys making a great talking point on YouTube. They be talking about how these women will submit to their supervisor and do everything he say. But then they go home and they don't want to submit to their husband. That shouldn't be your wife. Y'all think y'all got to stay with these women? Y'all don't. It's a matter of choice. You can have multiple wives. The Bible gives you the permission to divorce if you find indecency in it. So unsubmissiveness is indecency. Like if she just trying to do her own thing, trying to tell you what to do, not following your leadership. The Bible didn't say if you made more money than her, that's the only reason she got to follow you. That's that. Listen, man. So I'm giving y'all this today because I was talking to somebody in my comments. He said that's why he'll never get married. He said he's getting ready to be 41. And if I wasn't driving, I would acknowledge you by name. But I responded to his comment. Y'all think something wrong with these dudes? All these dudes ain't bitter. They just done wised up. Dude, what I look like, how can I say this? What I look like committing to in marriage and being one, like only dealing with a woman who her insides is gone. Like you humping on her, you don't even feel nothing. It's just almost like just elastic, man. It's just no feeling. And she'll want you to stick to her. And she probably, because you can't feel her, she probably can't feel some of y'all. And then now she's gonna try to retire from sex, but she ain't gonna retire from wanting gifts for her birthday, Christmas, if y'all celebrate it, so on and so forth. So when you ask these women, what are you gonna bring to the table? That's a legitimate question. Because if you choose to be in a relationship, that relationship shouldn't ruin you. Like, think about it. Some of you guys is eating your cereal, playing your video games. You can scratch your ball, you can fart without somebody saying, will you stop farting? Because your farts stink. And if you eating good, your farts gonna stink, man. If your farts don't stink, you ain't eating like that. But all of this stuff that you gotta change because they're around. No, man. That ain't how it's supposed to be. You got your own place, she moving your place. You know, you be considerate, but at the same time, she should be adapting to you. You know? Like when I first got married, my wife wouldn't fart. Like she just wouldn't fart. I used to tell her, like, fart, just fart. You know, because hey, that's something. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I be farting. What I look like? I know you think your favorite preacher don't fart, and he be farting too. And sometimes people do it out of amusement. But I was telling her to fart. She listened to me. She listened to me. But they supposed to adapt to you. Like, I'm not saying, okay, if your house is junky, then how they help you is by cleaning up. And how you consider it is by trying not to be as junky. If you know you got a neat freak, Try not to be his junkie. You know, it's only fair. But they still supposed to be adapted to you, man. Like, you play video games all the time. They ain't supposed to come in talking about why you play these video games all the time. They're supposed to come in playing them games with you, and or, you know, knowing how to slide in. Like, okay, what do you think about going to the movies this weekend? Now, if you take somebody into your life in a relationship,
In 2 miles, take exit 44.
and they
from
are
Wisconsin
doing what
190
I'm
west.
telling you, they adding helpfulness, they adding positivity, then why not sometimes do what they want? That's only fair. But you the man, she should be doing more of what you want than you doing more of what she want. That ain't gonna make them respect you. Take it from me. Hey, listen, man. Hey, a woman is gonna make her choices regardless of what you have done. You could be Mr. Right. That ain't gonna stop her from flirting at work, flirting in the store, cheating. That ain't gonna stop nothing. If that's what she wanna do, she gonna do it. You just gotta you gotta be able to vet her out, and you should always slightly spy on any woman you're in a relationship with. Like, she go to the bathroom, man, her phone right there. Sometimes you should be looking at her phone, see what she got on that phone. She taking her phone in the bathroom with you all the time, with her all the time. Like, why you always taking that phone in the bathroom? Let's see what you got on that phone. That's being the leader. That's being the man. And you should be doing that to your kids too. Like, when they young,
Take exit 44 for Wisconsin
like my
190
sons
west.
is grown. I don't care what they got on their phone as long as it ain't gonna cause no police to come knocking on the door. I don't care. But my daughters, they young. They get a phone, I gotta know what's on it. So y'all dudes be letting
Then turn right onto the
the
Wisconsin
U.S.
190
public
west
and the
ramp.
public cause you to shy away from being the leader that you're supposed to be. You ain't shy. Don't shy away from being a leader in your house. Your
Turn
kids
right
get in
onto
trouble at
Wisconsin
school,
190 west
they
ramp.
need to be chastised. You need to tell them, and if you do what you got to do, whatever extent.
In a quarter mile,
But
will
you
arrive
need
at
to
your
tell them you
destination.
ain't at school to play. Like, oh, okay, so you want to play at school, so give me that game then. You don't need to play PlayStation. You don't need to play PS5 because you playing at school. So when you stop playing at school, I'll give you your PS5 back. Y'all be trying to be y'all kids' friend. You the leader, man. You the leader. Good leaders don't care who don't like what they say. They still say it because their job is to keep things right. Y'all be worried about these women. Y'all don't be telling them the truth. Like, if you don't like fat women and she getting fat, you're supposed to tell her, hey, listen, hey, you getting too big. Let her cry. If you don't like it, hey, you came into my life. I ain't coming to yours. So this is another thing about the chase. Guys be chasing women. I don't believe, like, I used to chase women. But now that I'm wiser, I don't believe that any man should chase women. I think if you see something appealing that you like, then it's okay to shoot your shot, but you shouldn't chase them. Once they reject you, don't try to talk to them no more. You know, it's over with. Over and done with. You made your choice. Live with it. You know, so... But guys be, like, chasing these women. And like I say, I'm giving them credit. King Dre, watch that short with King Dre about
You have arrived.
chasing women in the balance. Like how that don't make sense. That was a good short, man. That was good. So, and I did if you watch my video, This Dude No, that was the first part in that series. You can watch that short what he was talking about on that video because I played it. But it don't make sense to chase a woman to give her everything. Because what if she don't appreciate everything and you give her everything? It don't even make sense. You give the woman everything that's willing to give you everything. You make them earn it. You don't just give it to them, man. But anyway, I just want to talk about that because more than likely I ain't gonna make no videos tomorrow. We will be back Tuesday. We'll be back Tuesday. So I wanted to talk about that. And again, we talked about in the Sunday sermon, we talked about prayer, fasting, and forgiveness. You need to be praying and fasting that the wrong woman won't come in your life. You need to be fasting over that. Fasting over, if you in a relationship with a woman, fasting that your eyes will be open to the truth about it. We need to start asking the Most High to show us the truth about these women before y'all commit to them. Like, is she gonna change down the line for the worse? Because it's better to dwell on the corner of the roof than in a house with a quarrelsome wife. A wife ain't supposed to be quarrelsome. These women be married, holding grudges against their husband and all that, and y'all dudes think y'all gotta stay with them. You don't. And then they'll start trying to act nice to you when they know you done made up your mind that you done with them. But hey, don't let that deter you. Don't let that change your mind. Because trust me, if you done with her, it took a lot of stuff to lead to that. And think about all the stuff you don't know. So the stuff you know made you want to get rid of her. Think about all the stuff that you don't know, that if you knew it, she'd already be gone. Because when they start showing you these things, you already know that it's more. There's always more to it. If you saw all her text messages, if you saw her in action, the things that she did, the extent that she went to, you don't have to be married and you don't have to have kids. And stop thinking those things define you. Don't get me wrong. Kids are wonderful. They are. At least mine. I don't know about everybody. Mine. But you don't have to go there. Don't be sad and don't not enjoy life over those things. You by yourself. You should learn to love it. You should be like me, man. It's like, listen, I'm good with people. I'm good without people. And I say that in all honesty. I watch my shows. I play my game. I do my thing. I eat good. Y'all let these women come in with all that sassiness. And I could tell just by dealing with you in casual exchanges, some of them just not worth it, dude. But anyway, I'm gone. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all Tuesday.